This is Jocko Podcast, number 44, with Echo Charles and me, Jocko Willink. Good evening, Echo.
Good evening.
And the last podcast, number 43, went a little bit long.
Sure.
We did not get to the Q&A. And that's one of the nice things about having a podcast, having a forum that we actually own and can do whatever we want with. If it goes long, that's cool. We'll just let it go long. We can go down that road. Now, some people might say, oh, you went too far down that road. Okay, that's fine. You can press stop. You can go proceed somewhere else. Some people say, I wish you would have gone further down that road. So we're just kind of going off of instinct here. What, to me, like, okay, think we went far enough down that road. We're good there. But we did not get to Q&A. And so that's what we're going to do today. Do some Q&A. Questions from the interwebs, which is always good. A lot of people, tons of questions. Definitely appreciate all the questions that are coming through. And I apologize, I can't get to all of them. I will say this. I've talked to some troopers out in the field, and they're like, we know what you're going to say. Like when a question comes, which is awesome. That means I'm working myself out of a job. If you're out there and you already know what the answer to the question is, that's awesome. That means, cool, you figured it out. You know what you need to do? Go educate someone else. Go help someone else. Go. So it's cool that people are starting to understand, I think, the holistic mindset that's going on here, and that's very positive to me. Now, that being said, there's always questions that come through. Sometimes even I'm okay, well, let me think about that one. And some of them are really obvious. I got on Twitter the other day. Somebody said, hey, what have you learned about people or about humans since you kind of entered the world of social media on a large scale? And I wrote back that I've figured out that humans don't Google things before they ask you the question on Twitter. Because sometimes people just ask me, a question that you could Google faster. They'll ask me about just some quote, not one of my quotes, but a Shakespeare quote or a book or a military unit, man, Google that. Don't ask me. If you want to ask me a specific question that I might know something, that's cool. That's awesome. I'm more than happy to answer it. Also, I get asked 12 times a day, what time do you go to sleep at night? So I just write 11. And people are laughing about that. Anyways, but we do get some awesome questions from the interwebs as well. And the other thing that's cool about answering questions from the interwebs is it does make me think about that specific situation that someone's in, and have I experienced it before, which maybe I have, maybe I haven't. I've at least probably seen it before or some version of it. Yeah. But then once you answer a question about it, it quantifies it in your brain, it solidifies it in your brain. Yeah. And now when I get asked that question again, I'm like, boom, I can answer it more. I can answer it with a little more authority because I've seen it before. Yeah. That makes it better. So basically what I'm saying is, when I get forced to answer questions, I am learning. Just like when I'm reading a book, I'm learning. When I'm answering a question, I'm learning.
Yeah, just like when you teach a move.
When you teach a move in jiu-jitsu, you get better at that move. No doubt about it. And that's why it is beneficial for me, and I appreciate all these questions that everybody asks me because they make me smarter.
Yeah, man.
So